The coronavirus panic is hurting us. Social media and the news is making it worse. We are going to get through this, and here's how. My name's Nick Tabor, personal trainer, and I talk about this stuff because I've lived through it, and we're living through this ourselves. Okay, I didn't think I was gonna do a video on this because I usually don't do anything on a general terms based on what we're doing, but I wanted to put this particular issue out there because this is something that needs to be said in the moment. I work in, as a day job, I work in the tourism industry, which is really, really hurting right now. And in that perspective, I think people are panicking and canceling their plans, and, they have every right to do so, in all honesty, because, I'm not saying the panic is illegitimate. It's the level that I'm seeing the common folk do it, getting a whole bunch of toilet paper in case we are quarantined, in case we have this, or, stocking up on a boatload of hand sanitizer. Now, as businesses react to it, and you see things like the late shows out in New York are doing everything without an audience, and some businesses are asking their people to work from home, which is fine, but it's the panic that you and I, who are just genuinely common, are just not doing that is hurting us in the moment. That is really going to be the worst thing in the world that we have to do. So, we've been through this before. I'm 35 years old. I have seen every kind of health scare come through in my lifetime, so there are similarities, and yes, you know what? I'm a little bit panicked myself, but I'm not going to hone in my office all day and avoid the gyms and cancel clientele just because there's this issue. What I am going to do is I am going to take precautions, make sure that I wash my hands, not every single moment, every single day, but just take the general precautions, make sure that I'm good, make sure that things are, overall, I just got to make sure I take care of myself. That's the biggest part of it, is, what can we do in order to be the best ever? Or what can we do in order to be better than most, right? So, as we go through this particular type of panic, you see it. You scroll down on social media, maybe you're looking at Facebook, and, okay, yep, that's cool, yep, that's cool, yep, that's cool, and you're like, hey, there's jokes about the coronavirus, or there's people, some of them sickly are rooting for the coronavirus, or other people are like, oh, I haven't been drinking a beer, or, Americans are stupid because they're not drinking beer because of the coronavirus. Really? Okay. Well, no. Alright. 3-step process on how we can get through this. What can we do in order to make things amazing? Alright. So, first things first, take care of yourself. Right. So, weakened immunities are one of the biggest causes of death for this. In actuality, if the people who catch it, they go through the process of quarantine. And, I think it's like 86% of people, go through it without any symptoms, and just, it passes in, passes out, and there's really nothing you can do. So eat the good foods. Healthy foods, making sure you're eating your vegetables, you get your vitamins. If you take multivitamin one a days, this is a good time to keep remembering that you need to take your multivitamins. Oh shoot, what day is it? Okay, yeah, I took mine. So you need to take those good things. You need to just, if you wash your house or clean your clothes, okay, so you cleaned your clothes, you're good. All right, so that you've done everything you normally can, and if you're a genuinely healthy person, keep your habits up and you'll be fine. You'll be good to go. Step two, turn down the media. Like, turn down your exposure to news, turn down your exposure to social media. So 24-hour news programs get their they get their money from advertisers as long as people continuously watch the news. As long as people continuously click on their websites and you look through everything and read the articles and yada yada yada, we need to stop that exposure. I'm a firm believer in taking the news and just microdosing it. You don't want to avoid it altogether, but I watch more news on YouTube through people who study their news and look at objective point of views, and maybe produce a 10-minute show every day, but also after they've done everything for about 8 hours. So everything they have is just it's unique because there's no objective points. It's solely just what it is. Okay, here's the thing, and then that's all the information we know about this. Here you are. I like that a lot more. And again, if you have anxiety or depression, really, you should microdose social media anyway. Because whatever the hot button issue is what people are talking about, and then what happens is it amplifies it. And in our brain, if we have enough people talk about it, we automatically feel like, oh my God, I'm on this, that I have this, I might have this. In the book, The Four Agreements by Miguel Ruiz, one of the topics is don't take anything personally. If I walk up to you on the street, and I say, you are stupid, you are the dumbest thing that I've ever seen in my life, you have no sense of anything and you shouldn't be here, and I walk away. That is what that's going to do to you. Is if you believe it, then you will become stupid. You will hurt yourself. You will have a worse life. However, if you're just like, wow, that guy is really not feeling so good, that's about them. Wow, that's really bad if he feels that way, because I feel good. You know what? You'll be fine. And other things. So the reason why I say that is social media does that to people. As you see on your phone, as you're scrolling and scrolling, coronavirus. Okay, everybody's talking about the coronavirus, and then what happens is, it's easier to break down your mental barrier. So you have to limit that time and not do that. So number 3, avoid large crowds. Bom dia. Avoid large crowds as much as you possibly can. Sometimes we might have to go out there, and it does not mean that you have to wear a mask. It does not mean that you have to get out there and, cover yourself. Like, you have to avoid gyms or anything. Just, again, we talked about taking good care of yourself. If you're like, okay, good, if I'm in an area, like you're at a gym and maybe, I don't know, has everybody wiped everything down? All right, let me just hand sanitize. Okay, go about your business after you're done. Hand sanitize, go to the bathroom, wash your hands, and leave. You're fine. Like, you're good. Like, okay, basic hygiene and you're fine. But right now, the issue is that we need to avoid large crowds to prevent a spread. There's an issue with this particular strain of the this particular strain of COVID-19 is that the more this spreads, what happens is the hospitals are going to get overwhelmed if there's a large number of cases. Right now in the U.S., there's not. So where we are, and I mean, there's a lot of affected areas, but if we keep to ourselves for a little while, then we're going to avoid it, then we're going to be fine. That'll stop it. The hospitals will be able to contain the situations. Then we are going to be good. Okay? We will get around this as much as we've gotten around tougher things. Go back, go on the internet and look up humanity, history of illness or something, or whatever illnesses that humanity has come across. We've done better. We've gotten through worse, so let's see it happen. We can climb, and we can keep climbing. We're going to do great. We're going to do wonderful things, okay? We are going to get through this. You are going to get through this. Like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, just think of the back of the book. It says, "Don't panic," in big friendly letters. We can get through this. We're going to do wonderful things, okay? Love you all. Let's go. Let's do good things. I will catch you on the next time that I do this. All right? This is for you. Let's be great. Bye, y'all.